Okay, so it's 3 o'clock, and I think the stream is working now. Let me just double check on my phone. Make sure that it's actually showing up. Let's see. No, I've got ads on my... But I think it's working. Let's see. Cool. All right, I'm gonna leave my phone on here. That way I can like look at chat if I need to. But I do want to get through this as fast as possible. So let me just go ahead and get started. And if you come in here a little later, just ask away in the chat and I'll try to answer it. But I need to go as fast as I can. So essentially, we have a continuation of this case that I'm designing. And again, if you didn't see the previous live stream or the photos I posted, but this is essentially just a prototype or a test piece that ended up being a usable case. And today I'm just going to show the continuation of the actual design intent that wasn't reflected in the previous video. So I'll just get started right away. So I obviously, I've got this monitor sitting out here. You might be wondering why it's out there, but it's because it's part of the actual prototyping that I'm going to be doing. So let's just go ahead and get started on that. This side panel, like I said before, is actually not part of the design, but I just put it in so that we can have an actual working case. But it's just a panel with a really pretty coarse grill or infill pattern to it. But and I also include some magnets in there so it can attach to some of the screws on here. But we don't really need this anymore because we are going to be installing something else. And let's see, what do I do first? Oh, I do have some screws that were used for the magnets over here. And let me go ahead and remove those right now so that they are just out of the way. And if my audio does sound funky, just let me know. We do have a Prestigious Snake with a chat, and he's saying, looks great. Thanks a lot, Prestigious Snake. And actually, I think, well, I'm not going to dox you, but thank you for being here, and thank you for the other things as well, too. Really appreciate it. I think I recognize that name, so yeah, just letting you know I appreciate you. And I hope I can bring some more stuff to the table to make our time worthwhile. And I'm trying to go as fast as I can through this. But if you got questions, let me know. I've got some stuff I need to do this evening. Obviously, it's Valentine's Day, so if y'all got partners and whatnot, hope you have a good day. If you don't, it's also okay to be on your own. There's actually a lot of benefits being on your own. Prestigious Snake, you are welcome. Sadly, I'm just arriving at the airport. No problem. Have a safe flight. Yeah, if you can watch some more. And I always upload the streams right after anyway, so if you want to catch some of the progress, you know, you can definitely do that. But before you leave, maybe I can show you kind of like a sneak peek of what's going to be happening. So essentially, you can see that the screen is almost the same size as this case. And you've seen the sneak peeks already too, because you have that access. But yeah, safe travels, and wherever you go, hope you have a lot of fun. And yeah, I'm just going to continue on now. So we've got the side panel taken off. We removed some of the screws that we were using so that the magnets can be attracted to them. And now we can move on to the new stuff. So I'm going to put this case to the side and I'm going to leave it as is. But we can start working on, we'll just show this thing. So I posted a link to this particular monitor on inside the description. So it's just it's a 10.1 inch IPS screen that I use for like external like monitoring if I need to. Like I've had it used for my camera, for instance. But recently it like broke. Maybe I broke it because I did drop it. So I mean, you can see a little ding there. But yeah, so I broke it, and then I had to take it apart. And to take it apart is pretty simple. I'm not going to do the entire thing because this is a live stream, but basically there's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 screws on here. And if you just take them out, then you can basically take apart the case. And so as you can see here, oops, maybe I didn't take it apart all the way. Okay. And then once you remove that, essentially when you open it up, I'll put it to the table view, maybe it'll be helpful. When you open it up, you will see that there's a screen here. And the way it attaches to the screen actually, so if you remove some of the ribbon cables, basically there's going to be a screw holding this little like retention clip. And then that retention clip presses up against the foam pack or the foam padding on the monitor. And there's going to be, let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 of those retention clips that you need to take off. But it's fairly simple. You just unscrew the screw, then the retaining clip comes off. Now, when you take yours apart when it's brand new, one thing you could do is maybe like heat up the bezel slightly because they do put on an adhesive. See, I've already taken mine off, but you can still see some of the residue from the adhesive that they use. It's a really weak adhesive actually, but so I didn't heat mine up, but if you could probably even just like place it on top of your like your print bed with the temperature up maybe to like 30 degrees or even like 60, and it should help loosen up the adhesive. So you will see that there is adhesive all along, but again, I didn't even need to heat it up, and it just came off. And I've obviously already dismantled this off screen. However, you'll notice that there are mounting points, for instance, over here. So these 4 here basically hold together the PCB that's in there. And they just come off with like 4 screws. And then you'll also notice that there are 2 more screws over here. And those hold in place the PCB for the power buttons. And then what else? I mean, I'm leaving the speakers in here. I'm not going to be using the speakers. They sound terrible. All I really wanted was an IPS screen. Now, with that out of the way, basically, so I think I mentioned that I broke mine, and what I found out was that because it did get dropped, the barrel jack that attaches to power it basically got like loose and broke. And so I'm right now, all I'm doing is basically I hard soldered the negative and positive points on the PCB for the board to power it. Obviously it's going to be powered using a Molex connector from the power supply. However, if you've seen my other videos, so if you don't want to desolder the connection, you can also just basically grab one. I'll link. I think I've already linked it in the description, but I used this in a previous case. But basically, it's just a barrel adapter with bare leads, and then what you can do is essentially just solder it to or splice it into some sort of connector, or even just, you could technically just shove this into the Molex too. I wouldn't suggest it. You know, you could burn your house down if you do that. But there's many ways around it. But if you don't want to go through the hassle of even using the power supply, you could also just power it from the actual jack itself to inside the case, because there is room to run a cable outside of the case. But with that out of the way, I'm going to now bring out the prints that I made to hopefully finish this thing off. So let me go ahead and change the camera view. And if I'm going too fast, let me know. But again, I have to do this one fast. And I know I say that in every stream, but this one I'm serious because there actually is an actual deadline. So these are the new prints. Obviously, they just printed fine. It's super flat. I haven't even tested it yet, so I'm hoping it actually works. So this might even be a shorter stream if it doesn't even work. But yeah, so I got a big build plate on this one. I was able to fit them all, but I think you should be able to fit this in like I believe like if your print bed is around like 270 or something, that it should fit. Yeah, yeah, and so for this particular print, I used my Cheetah X Max 3, and basically, my Cheetah is not really, well, I guess it is stock because no, it isn't stock anymore because I do have a 0.6 millimeter nozzle on that, but beyond that though, it's still pretty much stock. Arc Padma wrote, "Man, I'm amazed with your persistency." All right, thank you. Yeah, so Cheetah X Max 3, 0.6 millimeter nozzle. Once again, I'm printing out with PETG that has carbon fiber, and I just like that filament. Really good heat resistance, really good stiffness. Like despite how thin this is, it's still fairly stiff. But enough yapping. So, in order for me to replicate the retention that's built into the base monitor, I added. I think I only added eight mounting points for it because again, this is the test piece. I'll likely add more to the real one, but as of right now, I'm going to be inserting some heat inserts in here, so let me go ahead and do that right now. And yeah, so I'm going to heat up my soldering iron and try not to burn the power cord of it again. If you watched my previous stream, that's what happened. And in terms of prepping the PCB inside here, there really isn't much because, like you see me, I taped these down because I was constantly having to like measure everything, and so I didn't want this this ribbon cable just flopping around everywhere. But you don't, once it's inside, you'll see it won't need that. And let's see what else. Oh, and for screws, it's all going to be M3, and I've linked 2 kits of assorted screws on the description now. So there's like some black ones and some silver ones, and so for this one, I'm sure it'll work with the other screws, but let's just say you need both. But I think it'll work with just the black. Pretty positive it'll work with the black, but we're gonna go with both because I just got these new silver ones in, and I want to make sure they actually work properly. The silver ones though are a different screw head. The black ones are Phillips, and then the silver ones I believe are the same as what MakerBeam sends. So they're I don't know. I want to guess like maybe like 2.5 mil heads. I could be wrong, but it's waiting for my soldering iron to heat up. And wow, why is it set so high? I usually put it to like 280. Before I used to run it even higher, but I think 280 is like a good place for PETG, especially considering how small the heat inserts I'm using. I think the heat transfer is pretty good. And then for once, I'm putting on eye protection. All right, so I am going to be turning on the fume extractor for this. So if it's too loud, what I can do is just turn off the mic, and we can just do it in silence. But this is how it sounds like. I hope that's okay with y'all. And let me grab my tweezers and get to these heat inserts. Now, like I said, there's going to be 8 I'm installing just for the monitor alone, and then there's going to be another one just for the PCB that holds the power buttons. And then I think I remember it having, oh yeah, so then it also has another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 just to hold this panel in place. And so we've got a bunch to do. And these are all linked again in the description as well. So let's just start melting these in. Wait, did I grab the right ones? I think I did. Okay. Cool. So I'm gonna get started with just the panel ones. Let me see if this is a good angle. Let me know. Do you want it like super zoomed in, or do we want just like table view? I think super zoomed in is okay. Let's do super zoomed in. All right. And hopefully these just kind of rest in place before they need to be pressed in. Unless my tolerances are off again. But it's close enough. Alright, so now, basically with the heat insert kind of just resting inside its hole. Wow, that just moved. And then now I'm just going to melt it in. Cool. So that's that. And then I'm gonna put this one here. Actually, you can't see this one, it's like behind like a little nub. So let me rotate it around for y'all. And it moved, but it's okay. And it just goes in. Really not much to it. So because these are simple heat inserts that go straight in, like, and it's also a flat surface, I think having like a heat insert press would be good for this. But you'll see soon why I don't really have one, nor do I really care to have one. Because you'll see me doing some stuff that's a heat insert press won't really help much. Okay, so this one's going in. Cool. I do appreciate everyone here that's here right now. I know it's Valentine's Day. There might be like stuff you need to do, stuff that you're rushing for. You might be also rushing to do stuff like I am right now. But hope you enjoy your capitalist manufactured fun day. It's amazing, like I was at the store the other day and just saw like literally like a quarter of the store just dedicated to like flowers and chocolates and stuff. It's wild, but that's just the life we live. But I don't know how like everyone else feels. I always see those like chocolate covered strawberries. I love strawberries. I love chocolate. I don't think they work together. But that's just me. Maybe it's a type of chocolate. Maybe if it was like covered in Nutella, that'd be totally different. But anything is good with Nutella. No one to do. This is no one to do. This is for. Fonda, I'm not quite sure what your question or statement is. Is that a question? Or maybe you can like just type it in, and if English is not your first language, I'm sure someone can like translate it too. Because I know that a lot of people who watch aren't necessarily just from the U.S. or English-speaking places, so totally understand. All right, so this is where it gets funky. Where I always like to say that I don't have a heat insert press, because I'm going to be pressing in heat inserts on these little tabs here, and honestly, getting them in is quite funky. So you know what, let me go to the whole camera right now, because I'm going to be just like putting this up anyways. Man, look at these goggles though. I should wear these tonight. I think it'll increase my chances of getting lucky. Oh my god, that's so close. So last time I was doing heat inserts just like this, I didn't realize I was like pressing the soldering iron against the actual piece. It's hard to see, but on the actual case, here, let me zoom in maybe. Gotta be mindful of that. Let's see if I can show it to you. Okay, so right over here, it's hard to see because it's black on black, but the soldering iron actually was resting right on this corner, and so I just totally melted it. So don't be like me, don't rush things. Take your time. I'm just rushing things right now because I have like stuff to do. And Fondin wrote, damn autocorrect, supposed to be no one to do things for. Oh. But you know, maybe like tonight's like, actually no, I was gonna say, is tonight like a good night to like do stuff without like people hampering you, but I guess everyone is also just going out too. But I mean, who knows? I mean, like being alone on this day. This day's the manufactured thing anyway, so it's not really a big deal. But if you are super into Valentine's Day, I do apologize for my attitude towards it. these holidays just like are non-stop here in the US. Like when one ends, another one starts, and like they just like change all the stuff for sale. Gets a little wild. Okay, so I got 1, 2, 3. But maybe it's inappropriate, but to your point, Fondant, the other day I saw like a reel or something about like a game on Steam where you have like I forgot the title of it, but basically you have like this like goth girl in a house, and you're supposed to try to escape the house. But I think the actual character is like driven by AI, so like you can talk to it, it'll like say stuff, it's like contextually aware, and it sounds fascinating. But apparently it's supposed to be like a survival horror. But in the beginning, it looks like it looks like you're supposed to be going on like a date or something. So I'm curious. Oh geez, I just totally burned this handle. Whoops. And but yeah, I don't know why I thought about that. I just thought maybe like, 'cause you know there's dudes out there who do like the avatar dates and stuff. That's wild. Oh wait, I should try it. My wife probably won't like it though. Okay, so let's see. I've got that. I've got those two. I've got this guy. And I've got those two and the rest. Alright, cool. I think we are done with the heat inserts. Trying to go fast. I'm going to let this fan run a little longer. It actually didn't stink that much until I burned the handle of that screwdriver. I didn't even go that deep. I think I just nudged it, and it's like so stinky right now. Fondant wrote, that does sound like one I've heard of. Yeah, I forgot what the title is, but it looks hilarious. And I'm wondering if it's in VR. I think it'll be even more fun in VR, in my opinion. Yeah, I think we're done with this thing here. Hopefully it wasn't too loud for y'all. All right, so now that we got the heat inserts in, I think I screwed up somewhere. Hold on one second. Do I need heat in? I do need heat. Oh, I screwed up. I need more heat inserts. I totally forgot there's more parts to this. All right, so fan is turning back on. Let's see, 3:23 already. My gosh, maybe I don't feel like I'm yapping. I feel like I'm yapping while I'm doing stuff. So I thought I'd be like done this in like 10 minutes. But how wrong I was. So basically, you'll see these brackets here. Again, this is the frame for the monitor, and these brackets are going to be attaching to the monitor, but then also holding up both the PCB for the monitor driver, and it'll also kind of just like keep the cables intact a little bit too. But waiting for the soldering iron to heat up again, and let me see about this. So I know that it goes like underneath? No, it does go underneath. Okay, so I just need to remember which way I have it. It's been living in my head for so long now. Okay, so it's like this. So the heat insert needs to, okay, cool. But either way, I mean, I'm like kind of like trying to figure out where the heat inserts need to go, but technically the heat insert can go either way because there are holes on both sides, so it shouldn't be too crazy. If you get it wrong, quote unquote. And then again, like, if you need to adjust it, that's just an easy, like, 30 seconds to adjust. Maybe a minute to, like, remove and then readjust. Just installing this heat insert here. Done. And this next one here. I was thinking today though, like, I mean, would people appreciate if I were to design a case that didn't use any heat inserts? I know that that's kind of like, it's been brought up a few times, but I just love heat inserts just because they're repeatable. And I also just have more confidence in them too, because it's like, I know that the threads are going to be attached to like a metallic hole, and then it also feels good knowing that that heat insert is also just like really well melted inside, and it's kind of fused to the plastic. But I know that doing this is not everyone's like jam, nor do they want to, or maybe they're afraid of doing it. I don't know. I just think it's so cool too. I mean, like when you look at a part that has heat inserts in it, it just looks like it looks pro. John Bernard wrote, "No." Oh yeah, you're like a lover of these heat inserts. Just dude loves penetration. Fondin wrote, "Heat inserts would seem to make a stronger connection." They really do, Fondin, and that's why I love them. And that's why like all of my cases have them. I don't think I have one case I've designed that I've put out for y'all that is just for whatchamacallit, is just for like self-tapping screws. That has not been done in this channel, I don't think. But I could be wrong. Maybe I just forgot. Okay, so I'm going to place the monitor inside the panel now. John Bernard also wrote, heat inserts all the way, peace of mind, security. Yeah, for 100%. Okay, so basically the way this thing is going to go in, hold on, I'm actually trying to remember how I did this now. Was it this way? I should just bring my cat out here. I think it's, no, it's not this way, it is this way. Okay. Okay, so basically this, you can use this as a reference here. There's a little nub here, and then that nub will be in the same side as where the ribbon cable will terminate out. I'm actually going to remove this piece of tape to free up the ribbon cable because I don't think I need it. But let's just leave it there for now. I had it on there when I was doing all the measurements. Okay, so we've got the panel in. Is it even... It looks pretty good. I'm pretty excited for this. Okay, so what do I need? Oh yeah, I need these. So basically, we're going to be reusing the retention clips that come with the monitor. They're just like these like die cut and then bent little tabs. And essentially what they do is they will rest. Hold on, I think my measurements are off. This might be a very quick stream because I think I screwed up. It looks like I screwed up. All right, let's just try. So the idea was that I was going to take some screws and place it down on here. Let me see. So what's a good angle for this? Let's see. That you can't see that, so maybe we'll do it on this side first. But basically, if you lay the clip, basically if you just follow what the clip was doing in the original case, like it should be self-explanatory. Oh yeah, this is a different head. Cool. All right, so the Maker Beam one works. And it looks like, okay, that one works. Cool. Yeah, so basically it's hard to see. I'm even zoomed in, but it's gonna go monitor, clip over the monitor, and then screw down. So yeah, you'll see me do some more here, but I just hope they actually reach, because it looks like I must have screwed up my measurements. Oh, you know what? I think I know where I screwed up now. I think I didn't realize that there is a bevel in the overall shape of the monitor. And I think I thought the monitor was bigger because my monitor was square. This one has like a, I'll show it to you, but it's hard to see. Yeah, it's really hard to see, but there's actually a bevel over here. Arca Padma coming in here with the peace sign. How's it going, Arca Padma? And let me see, where is that other retention clip I just had out here? Where did I put it? This is confusing. All right, we're grabbing a new one, I guess, because I don't know where the other one went. Anyways, what do I need? I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. 8 of these clips, so that's 4. And now I need 3 more. And then, but hold on, but where did that other clip go? I swear I had 2 out here. Is it underneath? There it is. Okay. It was just underneath the entire time. Probably scratching the screen. All right, so we know that one side will work. Let's see if this other side will work. Man, it's such a bummer that I screwed that math up. Well, I didn't even, no, it's not the math I screwed up. It's like the actual measurement. That's what I get for thinking that, for assuming that the monitor was a square. 'Twas not a square. All right, so it's hard to see. So what I'm doing is basically just trying to recreate what they had in the original panel. And so I have the little like teeth or fingers clasped on the edge of the monitor, and then I'm just screwing down the rest. And so, and you don't have to do it that tight because there is like foam behind the monitor, and that should help kind of compress and also protect the screen, because it is actually pretty fragile, this screen. I'm surprised I haven't broken it yet. Fingers crossed I don't break it in this actual stream, but the stream is young. Oh my gosh, 3:30. I was hoping to be done by 4, but okay, I don't feel like I'm talking that much, but maybe I am. Just yapping away as usual. Alright, so now I'm going to be installing it on this side here. Let me go turn it around so the camera can catch it. Maybe it's a pretty good angle. So again, so I lay it down so that the fingers are right over the foam. And then I'm just going to put the screw in here. And then it should... Wait, am I cross-threading it? It doesn't feel good. Okay, so then it presses it down. And again, you don't want to go too tight. There actually is like glass and whatnot in here, so no need to go super tight on it. And hopefully I have enough time to even turn this on. So I think I showed it on my Patreon where the unit was on, but just not properly installed. But I just wanted to show that that it was all self-sufficient. There wasn't an extra cable to power it. That was one of the goals, was that it can steal power from the power supply that's already in there, because normally you do have to attach a 12-volt source to it. Not this time, hopefully. Oh boy, I just saw a text message from my wife. I'm trying to go fast here. It'd be funny if you like saw an actual like breakup on stream. Like, oh, how dare you prioritize your PC cases over our date. But that won't be like the worst drama ever on stream. I think I've read about worse. But just screwing these in now. I think, to be honest, I have 8 on here. It's probably overkill, in my opinion. But I guess it's better to be safe. If you do have questions, though, like, throw them out now, because I think the moment this is put together and turned on, I'm probably just going to be like, goodbye. All right, so the monitor is officially in. Whoa. I do have one more clip to put on, but I'll put that on in a little bit because I don't need it out right away. However, you can see that the monitor is in the case. Now, obviously I have some pretty coarse infill on here, so it doesn't look as nice. It's very perforated. I think it would look a lot nicer if I had like a tighter perforation. Like right now I use 20%, but with the 0.6 millimeter nozzle, it's a lot bigger. And so if you have like a 0.4 nozzle, I think 20% is actually a pretty good spot in my opinion. But let me zoom in again. So I think now I'm going to be installing the actual PCB on here, and I believe I have it like so. I really should just look at my CAD, but I think it's this way. Yeah, I think it's this way. I'm probably wrong, but okay. So it's on there now. And from what I remember, oh, I already screwed up. I think it's supposed to be like this. So I have to remove those ones. And then I have to install this one like so. So I have to remove this one. Okay. Because I'm basically piggybacking on these clips here. Oof, and now I'm wondering, did I even spec out the proper screw for it? We're about to find out. Let's see, 335. We're making good time though. All in all, we're making good time. But I do have to remove these ones. And hopefully I've thought about this correctly. And now I think I can actually just leave this PCB out of the way for a second and then get this thing installed. So I think, wait, hold on one second. This is like, did I forget how to, I might have to run and look at my CAD really quick. No, it can't be that one. I think it's this one. Wait a minute. How bad did I screw this up? I don't have my laptop where I did the CAD for this right now with me right here. But I swore it was like this. Oh, it is like that. Okay. Okay. So it's like in the middle. So that means that, why do I have an extra? Oh. Ah, okay. I totally forgot. Okay, so let me go ahead and at the very least install this thing on here. So the bracket. I forgot there's like a lot of sandwiching happening here because I also have to press in, or sorry, screw in the I have to screw in the PCB for all the buttons, and that's where I was getting screwed up. I was like, I know I put an extra hole for something, but I don't know what it's for. But now I remember it was for the power button. All right, I'm just gonna do these like kind of finger tight so they can at least wiggle a little bit, because the slot on here is not a perfect circle. Great band, but it's like a slot, not a hole, and so like centering it isn't like going to give me what I actually need. So it's going to be just like a little loosey-goosey. I'm going to put the other side on now. And not drop my screws, hopefully. And actually, while everyone's kind of waiting, does anyone use like a background app that allows them to like run movies, so that you're like, instead of having like a static wallpaper, you have an actual like animation or even a movie playing? I know that like so for the demonstration today, I'll just be throwing in like VLC, and I think VLC will allow it to be always showing. I just don't know if that's like the best way to do it. I've been out of like the desktop modification game for a while. I just don't really care too much about it. But I know like some people love just like tinkering with like different ways to like show animations on the, hold on one second. Why are those holes so big? That makes no sense. Why would I do that? There's like no reason for those holes to be that big. Wait a minute, is this, oh, I think this is upside down. No way, I think it is upside down. I screwed up. Okay. Oh no. Wait. Hold on, give me like 1 second. I'm gonna make you all stare at the the leg lamp while I find out what's going on here. Give me a second. All right, we're back. Such a fail. That's what I get for thinking I could just do it off the top of my head. Because obviously that was not the case. So let me go ahead and log into this. I think it is. It is upside down though. That's my assumption. You see my. It's actually a Dell. It's hard to see, but I would just put one of my like stickers over it. And then Fondant wrote, nope, that sounds interesting though. And then Fondant wrote, nice leg. It is a pretty good leg though. I think it's a good leg. It's a very fake leg. It's like a Barbie. You know, a Barbie leg is like completely fake. Like this is actually like it's like symmetrical. So it's like just cut down in the middle. Okay, let's see. How bad did I screw this up? Hold on, I'm looking at this wrong way. I'd love to show you what's on my screen, but it's just SolidWorks. I guess I can try to show you. Not much to show, but basically, I've got SolidWorks on here, a super old edition. That's what I have. It works, especially for like the simple stuff that I showcase here. I don't need this one on. Actually, let me turn this off. Let me look at it from behind. Hold on. No, it should be right. Is my measure? Maybe my measurements are just really off. Because technically, what I'm looking at here is what I have. The ribbon goes down. PCB. What did I do wrong? Maybe the print just came out bad, but technically I have it right. Basically, my problem right now is like the screw holes aren't matching up. Fall Beast wrote, thanks for the 180 PC case. Which one? There's like there's like two. There's the micro ATX one and the ATX one. But either way, you're very welcome, and I hope that others also enjoy using that case. My holes aren't lining up. I don't get it. You know what? Maybe I just hold on. Let me try something really quick. I'm like pulling out my hair here, and maybe it's just like the simplest thing of just like turning these things around. But it's a good thing they were just finger tight. I do have a question though, like would people appreciate music playing on these streams? I just don't know how to like navigate the whole like okay, the brackets were upside down. Okay, I think we're back in business, folks. Okay. So I just had the brackets wrong. So basically the one with the right angle has to be opposite to where this nub is. So yeah. Hopefully that helps people. All right, let me go ahead and reinstall these. ETX one. Yeah, that's a funky one. That was also fun with it. You're talking about the honeycomb wall one, right? That was fun. That was fun. Very specialized case, but I think it's fun. I think it was really just to showcase that like you can do a lot with 3D printing and have a case. I mean, I did post something about it recently, and you know, I was asking like, is there enough cooling power in this build? And someone did say, you know, it depends, and they're right, because I just did some math, and technically, if you were to use like that new Intel with a 5090 that pulls like 550 watts, and then the new Intel I think pulls like, I want to say, I think it was like roughly 300, or it was like 280 or something. But I mean, that's like 550 plus 280. That's like well over what I had designed into that case, because generally you want about 120 millimeters per 100 watts, and I think I only had about like I forget how much wattage I had on there, but it was really not that much. I'm gonna see if I need to use one of these long screws in the tapered variation. So right now I've been using these like silver ones that you can't see because it's zoomed in, but there's like silver ones here and then some black ones here. And I think I used the black ones at I want to say like 10 millimeters, but I could be wrong. Let me just try. If it doesn't work, then we know for sure it's not the 10 millimeter. I guess I can just, no, it's not. Maybe it's even longer. Is it this guy? Let's find out. Oh, maybe it is this, what is this? Like a 12 mil? 12 mil tapered. If you get the kit that I have linked, you'll know what I'm talking about. If you don't have it, then hopefully you have a lot of screws you've been hoarding like I have. So I think technically I could build this case with just the screws I have from all my hoarding that I've been doing. Okay, so that one's in. So this one's a little funky because I am piggybacking on these clips. Instead of just designing in like the clip as part of the frame. And so right now I'm gonna have to like finagle like the clip to align with the hole and the frame hole, but it seems to be working though, so happy. Yeah, so it looks like I am just using the sorry, not 12, but the 16 millimeter screws. I almost slipped on a plastic bag. This garage is like a danger zone. Fallbeast, you wrote something but redacted it. I wonder what you wrote. Maybe it was like super sensual and too private. I'm hoping that's what it was. That'd be fun. Okay, so in the front part, so now I'm installing it. I'm installing the bracket that goes, I guess, towards this little nub here. That's kind of like the point of reference. And the thing is, though, this one gets a little funky because I am also installing the power button onto it. Where is the power button? I can't believe, hold on, where is that power button? Did I drop it? You've got to be kidding me. Where did I put that thing? Alright, y'all gonna be staring at the leg really quick. Alright, enjoy the leg, because I think I dropped something on the ground. Maybe when I like walked away? So much for like being fast. Where is that? I swear I set it aside and was like, alright, I have everything set up now and we can just get the stream going. Basically, I'm reusing the power buttons that are built into the monitor. Where do they go? I swear I put them like right here. Okay, I see a power cable. That wasn't it, though. This is so funky. I need that. The power button needs to go in before I screw anything else in. There's really, I don't know where it would go. But I guess kind of like when I lost that clip. If it fell on the ground, this is going to take me a while to find. I mean, technically I could just put it together without it, but it just looks cooler with it, though. Give me a second. Because if it did fall down, I don't know where it could have gone. My garage is a total nightmare. Like, what you're seeing on the camera is not the reality of how messy my garage is. If anything were to fall down, like right now, it's almost lost to the ether. I really don't. Oh, you know what? This kind of sucks, but I think I have to just build it without the power buttons. That's a bummer. That's seriously a bummer. It's gonna suck. I'm gonna find it after the stream and I'd be like, oh. But anyways, there's supposed to be a power button that goes in these holes here. Hold on, let's do one more look through in this little box of Shiza that I have. In the box of Shiza, with all my collected hoarding screws, and it is not in there. That's a bummer. I have the power cord, I got the HDMI cable. Where is the power button? How many times have I looked back here? You know what? Okay. I'm probably out of time, so I need to keep going. Okay, so that's a bummer. Where the heck would I... Anyways, let's just continue on. Okay, so I know that this PCB will rest. Let me zoom you all in. Let's zoom in. I'm still so bummed that I misplaced it or whatever. Okay, so I know that, so on this PCB, there's two LEDs over here, and I put like a tiny, you can't see it, maybe this is wrong angle, but there's a tiny little hole there that's supposed to be where it shines through. And after playing around with the monitor a whole bunch, I actually think I made that hole way too big. And so I may have to like shrink it when I share the file. Otherwise, like the light bleed is going to be pretty insane on it. Anyway, so that's in. Oh, I'm so bummed I don't know where that button is. Man, well, if it fell on the ground, it's not worth looking for because that's a waste of everyone's time. Because this place is a mess. All right, so I'm going to be, again, piggybacking on that hole that will now sandwich both the LCD panel along with the power button now. I probably don't even need to do this. We're doing it because I'm stubborn. Super stubborn. I totally missed. I know it's probably like not the best view for y'all right now, but basically I'm just trying to line all the holes that are a part of this little system, and it's proving to be kind of cumbersome, but we're gonna make it happen. Or we just give up. No, we're not gonna give up. We already gave up once looking for that power button, so let's not make a habit of it. But I am out of time, I think. I think once my wife gets home, we need to like jet out. Okay, let's just give up on that side for now. And we'll go on this other side over here. Because all we don't really need to like, this bracket is not going to be like load bearing for the monitor or the PCB. It's really just to like kind of hold everything in place. But once it's in, I mean, technically you could just throw it in there and not worry, but I guess to be like safe, it's better to just try to have it retained. Actually, maybe I'll have better luck now that I've clamped down one side. Let's see if I can clamp down the other side. Wait, I think that actually did it. Justin Zaba wrote, thanks for all your creations. Remind me, do any of your smaller-ish cases fit a Noctua NHD 15 sized cooler? I think the answer right now is no. The closest one might be the micro ATX version that I put out recently. But I mean, I can't tell you yes or no because I don't have that particular cooler. I know about the cooler. I know it's like theoretical sizes, but I don't think it'll work though, because I think I designed the micro ATX case with just the Peerless Assassin in mind, and I mean I think it's a pretty good cooler on its own. Oh my god, you've got to be kidding me! I totally there's like a breakout board for the HDMI, and I didn't install it properly. I like totally missed an entire row of pins. And now I have to try to install it upside down instead of taking it all apart, because I'm trying to save time, and now I'm just wasting time. That's what I get for... This is what happens when you rush, though. Like, at the end of the day, maybe I shouldn't have even tried to do the stream, considering my time limitations. But I'm just so excited for it. And I actually might not have a stream next week, so I wanted to kind of just have something cool to leave you all with. Hold on, I think I got it. Oh my god, I got it. Okay, so basically, I just recreated like the monitor bezel, but bigger, and obviously to fit the case. But essentially, yeah, so it's like the blue tape's a little distracting, but this is essentially it. Like, if you were to run the power, if you were to run it either way, you would use a barrel jack to power it. I broke mine. If you didn't come to my the earlier part of this stream, I explained that I broke it, and that's actually what drove this project, was that, hey, I already broke it. Why don't I just like do something with it? And so this is what's happening. So basically, in the previous stream, I did show that you could fit a HDMI cable through here. So HDMI plugged into the video card. And there's a little slot here that fits both the HDMI cable along with the power plug. You gotta kind of force it a little bit, but the power plug also goes inside there if you're not using internal power. Because you could technically just leave this all inside too, and then these leads can go into a Molex inside here. And basically you just run those wires in. So what I'm going to do now is basically I'm going to place the monitor nearby. Actually, I haven't thought about it this far yet. Wait a minute, I think I screwed up because I didn't think this far. Oh no. So you're supposed to plug in this HDMI cable here, but I think I didn't leave enough room. I might have to just like cut into this particular case. Hold on, we'll see. It might be easier for me to actually plug in the HDMI first in the unit. See, this is why this is like a prototype. You know, I guess I admit I did kind of rush it to have it done by today, and now I'm paying for it. Let me see if I can actually just loosen this. I'll loosen this, and hopefully I can then clear the bracket. Because right now this bracket over here is in the way. Let me zoom in a little bit more. But to your question, Justin Zabo, like, isn't there a new version of the NHD 15? Isn't that bigger even? Okay, luckily we're not having to throw out the soldering iron to carve into this case. I think if you watched my previous stream, there was one case where we had to bust out the soldering iron to basically like cut into the case. I mean, it worked, but it wasn't fun. But look at the clearance. I totally didn't take into account designing this thing. So the space between the right angled HDMI and then this bracket was like, I mean, looking at it right now, I think it's like 2.5 millimeters, and basically you can't get it in unless you like loosen it up. So put in your cables first before you do everything else. I'm probably gonna have to regret doing that now, or regret not doing that now that I'm having to do all the cable stuff now. Okay, so cable HDMI goes there, and then they'll plug into here. All right, and now this Molex does need to connect up with this side here. Give me a second. Man, this is tight. But that's small form factor builds for you. Never the easiest for cable management. But we got everything in there. And hopefully, hold on, something is kind of, oh, it's the HDMI cable. It's a little stiff. However, I haven't even fit this in like as a dry fit. Like, you literally saw me in this stream just take it out of the printer bed. But it looks like it's fitting, so that's promising. Now let's see if this is the right size screw. It should be. So now I'm gonna just start screwing in the actual case, or sorry, the LCD panel. Man, it's such a bummer. I don't know where that button thing went. You'll see soon what I mean. But so now you saw me putting the heat inserts on the edges of this bezel, and now I am trying to screw it in. Okay, there it goes. It was just fighting me a little bit. And there should be one up here as well. Maybe I'll zoom out a little bit. But Justin, if I ever get my hands on an NHD15, I'll definitely design a case for it. But right now, I do not have that case. Or sorry, I do not have that cooler. And so, no case for it. I have seen it on sale locally, but it's like $100-something, right? That's not a cheap cooler. It's kind of an investment to be made on that guy. Oh, I hear my wife's car. All right, I'm trying to be fast. What time is it? 4:01. Oh my God, I totally did not meet my goal. But we're close though. I think she'll understand. Hopefully she has to go to like the bathroom and stuff before we head out. Did I forget? Did I forget a heat insert here? How come it's just spinning? I may have forgotten heat insert in there. But we don't need it. Not for this stream because we are already in trouble. You might witness me being yelled at in this stream. But I think it'll be worth it. I think it'll be worth it. You know, it'll be like, Happy Valentine's. We're late. Okay, so we're gonna skip one of the screws. Did I just forget a heat insert on that middle part? Or maybe I didn't even put one in. Oh, maybe I just didn't put... Oh, no, there is no heat insert there. What am I saying? I'm trying to, like, screw into something that has no heat insert. But basically, here's the... Oh, you know what? There's something else, actually. You know what? We're already over time. Let's just keep going. So, someone asked about feet in the previous stream. So I made some feet for it. So let's go ahead and install those. Don't roll away. Actually, I'm not even reusing that one. Let me see what size I need. It might be this slightly longer one. Maybe the 10mm. Yeah, now we have feet for it. And obviously the feet you can put on whatever side you want. Because, so right now I'm going to have it so that the power supply is on the bottom. But that's not what you don't need to do it that way. I wish I had more time. I could show you like another way I was even thinking about. Okay, so that's in. 2 more. We're almost done. And I do want to turn it on for y'all before I leave. And then maybe I'll just like turn it on and then run out. Apologize to my wife. And hopefully everything is good. No, my wife is cool though. I think you have to be cool to be with someone like me who spends their time working and then after work they're just like doing more of this crap. It's not crap though. I like this stuff. This stuff is fun. Alright, so we've got feet. We've got the LCD panel in. And here's the moment of truth. Hopefully nothing is like, you know, I probably should have checked if anything is touching. But you know what? If it goes up in smoke, it'll be good content. So let me go ahead and plug it in, turn it on, and y'all can kind of see it in action. Alright, so just plugging it in here. This is pretty normal, obviously. Okay, so here it is. So right now, so originally there was supposed to be, there's like built-in, the unit has like these holes for power. And there was actually like buttons that were in there, and I designed them in. Obviously, there's even like little holes just perfect for them. But I must have dropped it on the ground, and like I'll find it next week or something. But let's turn it on before I cause more trouble. So you can see that the LED turned on over here. It's red, and we've got power to the screen. got boot up. Yeah, see how bright this LED is now? Because before it's supposed to be like kind of contained. I guess no, that doesn't make a difference. But I think I guess the it's upside down. But anyways, look at that though. That's sick. So I've never seen it in real life yet. So you're seeing it at the same time I am. I'm pretty stoked on this. Look at this thing. Obviously the screen's upside down right now, but let me go ahead and change that out. You see me type in my super weak password. Give me a second. Oh, I'm using the wrong keyboard. Where is the right keyboard? Okay. Just so disorganized. Okay. So I think, okay. Weak password. Okay, yeah, so look at that. So we've got basically like one power cable in this unit. I've got a little wireless like mouse and keyboard combo here. This is upside down, but let me go ahead and see if I can write it up. So display settings, and let me see about switching the display. Portrait, maybe it's portrait flipped. It should be portrait flipped. Boom, we've got portrait flipped. We're gonna keep the changes. Yeah, so this is essentially like, again, this is not, even at this point, this is not the final form. If you're on my Patreon, you've probably seen images of the CAD that show the intention, but this is not the intention. But basically, I did need to, whoa, why is it following me around? I did need to just do some tests to make sure that I have the idea of retaining it properly. And obviously I think I've proven that you can hold the monitor in place in there. This is pretty sick. I'm pretty stoked on this. Hopefully you all are stoked on this too. But the idea was that like I could like play, well, I'm turning on VLC, but maybe that's not a good choice. I don't know what I watched last. Let's see, actually, what is last played? No, nothing, okay. I did download like a video that I wanted to kind of just like play in the background while I was kind of just like talking over it. And I think it's right here. And it should just keep playing over and over. But yeah, that's essentially what I wanted to show today. I'm only 8 minutes over, so that's not bad considering like I had to get my laptop, had to try to find stuff. Doubted my orientation, but there it is. So this is basically the gist of this case concept was like, can I make a case that I can kind of make small, but then have like a built-in monitor so that it's not really a laptop, it's more of like a auxiliary monitor that you could use. And so it would be neat. I need to look more into it. So again, I asked about like, does anyone use wallpaper that is like animated and that just kind of stays on? And it would be neat to have like little widgets up here to kind of show like maybe the temperature of the monitor, or like the temperature of the GPU, for instance, or even like how much RAM we're using. So I'll need to look into that. But if you have any suggestions on what to use for that, like just please share them. I'll definitely share out these files as soon as I can. Actually, I don't know if I can share these out. I'll try to get them out tonight. But essentially, this is the only goal for today, was to get the screen in here, show it powered, and now I can kind of say goodbye. And hopefully, I'm not in too much trouble because it's kind of quiet in the house right now. But yeah. Oop. What did I do? Oh no, did I break something? Well, that's the end of the stream. I don't know what I did. Maybe did I hit up power? Oh god, I hope I didn't short something. Oh, you know, I don't think I've installed thermal paste on this CPU yet. But anyways, I don't know what happened there. Hopefully nothing's shorting, but again, this is the proof of concept. If you want to try tackling it, I'll definitely share the files. But That should be it for today, though. It is 4:10. I wanted to be done within an hour. But if you have no other questions, I'm going to call this good because I do have stuff to do tonight. And but yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, leave a like. If you're not subscribed, then make sure to subscribe. And I do have a Patreon as well, so if you want to see a lot more of the behind the scenes stuff, that's also another opportunity for you to have there. And sometimes I even put out votes on what's coming up next. So the Patreon exists, and it helps pay for all the filament being used here. And on that note too, again, this is less than 1 roll of filament, so if you ever want to try to tackle this, that's kind of some of the details there. So if there's no questions, I'm going to wait like a minute. I'm going to call it done and wish everyone a good Valentine's Day and a good weekend, and hopefully y'all have fun. So I'm going to give it like a little short minute and then say goodbye. But while that's happening, maybe I can just turn this on again. So I guess maybe what I should do is just not move the PC around so much while it's like on, or maybe, I don't know. Yeah. I do need to find those buttons that were on here, but I don't really need the buttons, obviously, because like they're just to kind of like change the input. But I don't think it's necessary. I'm pretty stoked on this though. This is pretty sweet. I like it. What else can I talk about before I say goodbye? You still have access to the back of the case if you want to plug in more monitors. So like this, again, this is really like, you don't want to use this as your main monitor, but it is kind of nice to have like an auxiliary monitor that maybe you can add widgets on to like kind of monitor the system or whatever. But with that, I shall say goodbye. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I'll see you all in the next one. So it won't be next week. If I do one next week, it'll be super like lightweight. But if I don't see you next week, hopefully y'all keep in touch because I will be back again. All right, I'm gonna press stop streaming and catch you all later.